June of 1995, over 300 young people from around the world gathered in Loveland, Colorado to learn about a very important issue.
Let's talk about the environment. There's destruction.
This is an entirely different world which has changed more in 45 years than in the last 10,000 years.
But between 1970 and now, there have been over 300 billion gallons of crude oil spilled in the oceans of the earth.
Everywhere that I've been for the last 22 years, populations are increasing, they're cutting down the forests, we're overfishing the oceans, the hole in the ozone gets bigger every year.
Every major ecosystem in the world is in decline.
There are 5.7 billion people on the planet.
We are losing in one day almost 100 species of beautiful animals and birds.
There's destruction happening at a mass rate.
What in the world are we doing as a species?
The destruction of tropical forests.
And the story goes on all over the world.
Chopping down rainforests, polluting the air, the food, the water.
We're trashing the ozone. We got garbage so high.
Global warming and the rising of our oceans.
We are absolutely destroying the planet we are living on.
Man did not weave the web of life. He is merely a strand in it. Whatever he does to the web, he does to himself.
In the world of physics, there's a law. It's Newton's third law of motion, which says that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. I have a theory that the same law also applies to the human world. So the more we see things as changing for the worse, the harder people will work to push things back in the right direction. Okay, so it's only a theory, but I have some pretty strong evidence to support it.
Yes!
The whole world ought to be proud of this. I mean, this is youth initiated for the youth of the world.
What brought us all together here today in this auditorium? The environment, the issue of destruction. It's bringing together cooperation.
So we are meeting on June 24 here to tell that this world belongs to the youth, because it is the youth through the histories which has made a difference in the world.
I couldn't help but think what the world would be like when I grew up. Knowing that I would one day inherit this world prompted me to get involved in the environment.
We believe we come here as not the leaders of tomorrow, but as the leaders of today. And we believe that we can catalyze change.
We're the future of the entire planet. We're the ones who have to make decisions now for the future. We're here at the summit to prove that we can make a change.
No one can bring back a forest that is now a desert, or bring back a species that is extinct. But what we can do is make changes.
There's no generation that can fix what we've done in one lifetime. But what I hope you do is make a start. And if you start it and teach your children to continue on in 2 or 3 generations, perhaps the world will be back the beautiful way it used to be.
We speak of problems of our future. We blame the methods of the past. What resolutions have we come to? We want solutions that last.
So we thought about it. I mean, we've been thinking about environment and all the pollution problems, everything. But we needed something to channel us, guide us. I mean, we want to do something. We have the power to do something. But then we need somebody to, lead the way, tell us how we should do it.
It began as an idea here in Loveland, Colorado. But eventually it evolved into an 18-month effort involving 3 high schools and over 40 student organizers to bring the youth from around the world here to Thompson Valley High School. This is the story of how these youth turned their dreams into a reality.
The Youth Environmental Summit of 1995 will truly be a global summit.
There's kids out there that they're just amazing, and it'll be so great to have so many people with such potential come here and be together and be able to pool all their great ideas together. we've received applications from about 50 countries. Some of them we've received like 10 or 12 applications from each country. Most of them are countries that we've never even heard of.
I'm Roma. Okay. I'm from Mauritius.
From Burundi.
I'm from Slovenia. That's in Europe.
It's a dot in the Indian Ocean, somewhere near Madagascar.
My name is Masagita Chowena from Ethiopia.
Sikia Zwane from Swaziland.
I'm from Jamaica.
My name's Walter. I'm from Costa Rica. Cool place to be, you know.
We've been learning that we can basically change the world. If we change one youth's life, they're going to go out and they're going to change a whole lot more. It's going to be like a huge spider web. And it's cool to be part of the whole thing.
So you guys be thinking of what topic you might want to, know something about and you're also interested in, so you're not going to be bored the whole time you're in team building, basically.
We are experiencing now a group of young people that are doers. They are doers. They visualized a dream. They didn't get it. It wasn't easy.
It's easy to get hung up on the little obstacles that you hit along the way. So if you just keep your ultimate goal in mind, you'll make it. It makes it easier. It makes all the hard work worth it. Will you respond to this fax, just whatever it's asking? These are the host families for those two people. This one is for Richard, so just kind of make your letter around these. We thought going into this, it might be tough because we're just kids and a lot of people aren't going to believe it's just a group of kids.
She wanted to know if she could have a booth and at the expo, and I was going to reserve her a place, and I just wanted to confirm that with her.
Carolina Garcia Travesi. This is
Youth Environmental Summit.
Okay, ready?
We've got a couple of really incredible teacher sponsors helping us out, but most of the work is being done by the youth, and that's something for everybody to be proud of.
Youth Environmental Summit.
At first, we didn't know how tangible this was, and it's like right there. We can do it. We know we can do it. We know we've got support behind us.
I think a lot of times we get bogged down that, right now we're looking at, we only have 6 months to go, and some of us are getting kind of panicked and things like that.
That's really up to you. I mean, just a card would be fine. If you want to do something more than that, that's up to you.
So many times you'll call places and you call them about 50 times and they never call you back, and you wonder if they're really getting your messages.
We found a couple of really incredible youth speakers, and we've invited them, but we haven't heard back from them yet.
It's coming together now. We got $8,000 in 24 hours last week, and I think if that starts happening more and more, then we won't have to focus as much on raising the money, and we can focus more on what our goals really are for the summit, bringing these people together and making this event happen.
And it's gonna happen. I mean, no matter what.
Let's see, assuming we start at 8:15. Seth Williams from Yes said he'd do a quick song. And then have Howard Lyman that'll go till 9 o'clock.
Okay, let me just make sure I drop these. Anyone who's not doing anything, we're going to just start carrying these big boxes down to the loading box.
Then starting at 9:15, Group 1 will play the World Game. And Group 1 will go from 9:15 to 11:45. So then at 11:45, everybody goes to the auditorium. And then they'll split up again, and Group 1 will go back to the World Game to finish, 12:30 to 1:15.
Yeah, we do. I'm pretty sure we have like the international boys that you have in place. I have places that I just can't handle. Yeah, great topic.
And at 1:15, when they finish the World Game, we go to lunch from 1:15 to 2:30.
Moldova.
Now we're back at group 2. In group 2 from 1:50 to 2:30.
Hurry up.
Oh, yes, of course.
1, 2, 3. Yes!
So a year and a half of hard work and dedication has come down to this, the last night before 300 youth from around the world will be arriving in Loveland, and it seems as though everything is ready to go. Everything, that is, except for the yes kits.
Trying to get the yes kit together, and my respect for copy people is, it was this big, now it's immeasurable. It's a lot of papers. 300 times 78. That's what we're working with, so. We're going to Kinko's.
Couldn't handle it, huh?
And you have to be friendly. Even when you're standing by the plane, you feel like a dork holding this thing. But you'll know the person's name. Just keep saying their name. Holding it up in front of people's
Put it on your
faces.
head and like.
We missed there were 3 of us there. We missed our first girl, and we were all standing there with signs.
So stand right in their faces and like jump at them.
Say their names. Sean's the person. Sean will join.
Yeah.
Sean? Okay. Sean, this is Jennifer.
We just lost one.
Is it going pretty smoothly, or?
Yeah, we've only lost a couple of people. But we've been able to find them. So.
Congratulations, you are now in the mountains. I'm Molly. We're glad you're here.
Molly.
Where are you from?
I am from St. Paul, Minnesota.
St. Paul, Minnesota?
Yeah.
I love it. We have people from Africa have beat you.
Wow.
I'm from Moberly, Missouri.
Tell me your name. Close enough. I'm from here. Welcome, guys.
Walk down the locker room, there's a bathroom.
And when did your flight arrive?
11:30.
Heather Hazelwood. I'm from Sauk City, Wisconsin.
I'm here to learn more about the environment and how I can help it, and to meet a lot of people who think the way I do.
Hi, my name is Lauren Maluski. I'm from Milford, Connecticut.
Hi, I'm Charlie Blanch. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, south side of Chicago.
My name is Tamara Cook, and I'm from Jamaica.
I go to DuSable High School. I'm the president of the Environment Club.
There's an environmental club in my school called the Planetarians Club, and I'm the president of that.
And I live in Los Angeles area. I like this program because it brought everybody from all different nations together.
I'm from Ethiopia. I'm not good at English. I speak French.
She's Sweetke and she's from Germany. I'm Johanna and I'm from Germany too. And this is Janine and she's also from Germany.
I thought that I should come here because to solve some problems that we face.
My name is Hunter Schofield and I'm from Boone, North Carolina.
As you know, Ethiopia is among the poorest countries in the world, so that's why I think I have to come here.
I'm very fortunate and very honored to be a part and be in the presence of people who are here for no other reason because they care, and there could be no greater reason than that.
And I'm here because I want to learn more about the environment and I want to get more involved and I want to save the world.
Go down there, just kind of wait, you know?
You all ready?
No? Yes. I think so. I'll never be ready.
Heather, will you go up and tell the people in the station 5 minutes and then go ahead and cut the lights? And also, will you tell all those people in the doorway to get in here? Thanks.
You want the doors closed?
How's it going, guys? All right. Excited to be here? Yeah. Excited as I am?
Thank you very much, and welcome to all of you. About a year and a half ago, a group of us were sitting around and thinking, you know, we should have another summit. We should bring the youth of the world together and share our dream of protecting the environment. And that was a dream a year and a half ago, but as you can see today, it's a reality.
We at Thompson Valley High School are very committed to the Youth Environmental Summit, and we're very proud, and I'm certainly proud as principal of Thompson Valley High School to see our students and staff and you coming together to recognize a very important circumstance in our society.
You'll see that you're not the only one out there fighting battles for our Mother Earth. Just look around you at all the faces of students that are working towards the same goal as you.
I meet people all across the world who face the same problems I do, and I finally know that, you know, it's not just in Jamaica or in the USA, it's around the world. It's a global thing.
When you look on a map, you see the little lines separating the states or separating the countries, and you see the oceans separating the continents. But when it comes to the environment, there are no boundaries. There are no borders that we should live by. The environment as a whole is the planet Earth, and we're all citizens of that. And this means that all the issues in the environment are important to all of us.
You have humans moving in and destroying the forests and polluting the water and the air.
Wish you brought your percussion, man. Smoke in the Brazilian sky, the forest burns, the angels cry, things die. One by one, they leave this earth with each setting sun. We try to close our eyes, to paint the shadows with our daily lives.
Like, since the Industrial Revolution, people have been like throwing stuff all around the earth and not really caring about it, and I think it's finally catching up to us.
The only green world is turning around the sun.
An environmental culture. I think that's what we lack really. because I think we've been used to, dumping things over here and everything, but we don't know why, what's the consequences. And now that people are starting to get conscious about it.
Each and every one of you have tremendous power within yourselves to change things in your home, your community, and in turn, your world.
There is pollution and we would like to stop this and to educate people about this environmental problem.
If we believed that all was lost, none of us would be here today.
I want clean air, clean water, forests, seas, soil.
Around and round until we all fall down. Fall down dancing in the only green world.
People who are doing things without knowing that they are harming the environment, they are harming the earth.
So without further ado, here's Gwen King.
The neatest thing about this conference is you've got the entire world's youth leaders sitting right beside you. We are all young, concerned, and determined citizens of the planet Earth. Basically what I want to say is that you can change the world. You do have a dream and you have the power to make your dream become solid, living, breathing reality. And you guys sitting right here are proof of it. You're part of all of our dream here, and you're sitting here. And there's a lot of people that didn't think you would be sitting here, and you're here.
In Loveland, Colorado, of all places. Together, under one roof, with one common goal in mind, bettering our world.
And let's change the world.
Fall down dancing in the only green world.
The summit students spent the week getting educated about a variety of issues.
I'm a fourth-generation farmer, rancher, feedlot operator. The United States of America, in a little over 200 years, we have already lost 75% of all the topsoil we had because of the way that we are farming. It takes 16 pounds of grain to put 1 pound of meat on a plate today.
I think education is not only important to environmentalists, but anyone who wants to live and survive on the planet.
My name is Kurt Clemens, and I'm what's called an environmental activist. I've been working in the rainforest for 22 years. You'd have a hard time finding one person who hasn't at least heard of the rainforests. The big thing now is to see what we're going to do with that information.
If I can have the slides, the first thing I'm going to talk to you is about the black rhino, which is my main project.
And today, the environment, according to 98% of the people of the world, is the key issue in terms of our survival.
Education and awareness and respect all pretty much tie in together, and that is the base of the problem, because if you don't know what's wrong, then you have no way of fixing it.
If we don't solve the mining problems, then we won't be able to solve the ecological problems. It's the thinking that is our problem.
I believe, for example, that environmental education at an early age is the key to preserving our environment.
In Illinois, Indiana, we had a bird called the passenger pigeon. It was the most numerous bird in the world. 3.7 billion birds in a flock. When the flock would fly over, it would be a flock maybe 300 miles long from Chicago to St. Louis. The flock would be so dense you couldn't see the sun for hours at a time. There isn't one left. They were all killed. People would knock them out of the trees. Knock them out of trees with sticks during their nesting season. There's not one left. We thought it was an unlimited resource, as we thought the trees were here.
I think we need to educate kids more about what's going to happen if we don't start changing the way we've been going.
I am who I am. I can change who I am by what I put into my mind.
So the students fed their minds in a variety of educational workshops.
I really like the workshops because I learned a lot from them, like stuff that I didn't know before.
What workshop are you guys going to?
We're going to the Earth, developing a better connection with the Earth than you.
And you?
I'm going to peer leadership. There was a lot of good speakers and workshops that gave a lot of good information.
My name is Singa. I come from Poland.
And what workshop are you going to go to?
In workshop,
We're going to healing the
earth from the inside out.
What we're allowed to talk about in America, so we can talk about what's going on in Central America as far as the rainforests are being destroyed. What we have problems talking about is how United States corporations are responsible, or how we've promoted a class system that really sustains that.
And what you're going to do right now...
Continue.
Okay. What you're going to do right now is pass around these sacred objects. Pass them around as if they were the most precious thing you've ever seen before.
We take things for granted. We see things every day that we just pass them, or we're too busy to pay attention to them. We should stop and look and listen and learn more than just walk on. That's life. That's how we learn to be more environmental aware.
These students are developing goals for the next 5 years of their life, and also for the next year, and also for the next 6 months and 2 months, and for the next 2 weeks. And by creating these goals for themselves, they're going to have a much greater ability to be able to reach their end vision and be able to create what it is in the world that they specifically want to see.
We have dilemma cards, and it's just like a problem. We have to try and find a solution for it.
There's a choice between spending 4 hours planting trees or 4 hours raising money to send to Costa Rica for a rainforest, and he's going to tell us his decision.
Well, I'd rather plant trees in the park because we don't know what would happen to the money.
Well, we hear a lot of each other's ideas and our different opinions.
I guess why I wanted to come to this workshop is we want to try to reach out to other schools and start programs in theirs. And I guess we had a little trouble getting ours started, and so I was hoping I could find a nicer, easier way to get it going, especially in a school that doesn't really I want to say doesn't want it.
We're not the only ones who are having problems with administration or setting something up.
It's to your benefit to build an ally relationship with the principal of your school, with the school board.
I learned that to get active in anything, you have to build a local backbone and then go out nationally, globally, whatever you want to do, but you have to make sure that you have a good structure first.
There's direction, there's coaching, there's supporting and delegating. And if you're not balancing those 4 components of leadership, then you're not being an effective activist. And in the long run, your conservation agenda is going to suffer for that.
Littlefoot is a Dumas wallaby, and wallaby's a miniature kangaroo. It'll be another 2 months before he's totally out of his pouch.
Tell me what it is again?
It's a chinchilla, and this one is just the baby of the two. The dad is out there with the rest of them.
So hi to the camera.
Probably about 6.
I learned about pesticides and all that kind of stuff, that makes your body ache and all that.
He's gonna lick the camera. Bite it.
You should eat things that you feel
make you healthy? What makes you healthy?
They're characterized by nonviolent techniques. That's the point that you can contend with what happened in Waco.
I learned a lot of new stuff, and that was good.
Not this chair, that chair.
Sky Schultz presented a satirical look at everyday life in American society.
And what are we teaching our kids? I found this in the Kmart. This is a watch, car keys, a money clip, and credit cards, and it says for ages 3 and over. Yeah, the average American is like $5,000 in debt besides his mortgage. Every December 25th, I don't know what your custom is in your country, but we have a day, we used to call it Christmas, now we call it Consumer Fest. Yes.
Andy Lodge portrayed a contrasting image of life in Kenya.
The World Food Service brings in the food. They eat corn and oil mixed together to make a maize thing that they eat every day. The teacher will take a pencil and break it into 3 pieces and give each child a piece of the pencil. When that pencil's gone, the kid goes home unless he can buy another pencil. And believe it or not, a lot of people can't even afford a pencil.
When we waste resources, we're doing violence to the earth. And when we waste this pencil, we're also doing, this is the natural resources of our country, and we're doing violence to the people in our country.
Made you really think about what's actually going on around the world, not just here in the United States, but around the world. I mean, there's so many problems that we have to solve that this is just a small step here.
The students got a chance to play world leaders for a day in a special game developed by Buckminster Fuller.
What game is this?
The World Game.
The what?
The World Game.
Ah.
We are in China, and we just found Mount Everest.
Is this the World Game, or what's it called?
This is the World Game.
Yeah, World Game.
We're the U.S. Well, we're the North America, and we have like the most of everything. Swaziland. Africa.
South Africa in particular.
We're debating whether to take control of the world or share with everyone. Yeah, I think we're going to share.
It gives ordinary people a chance to experiment with enormous amounts of power and to get a sense of what it's like to try to tackle problems and issues on a global scale.
Slapped with some fines over here for polluting their rivers with pesticides.
We have oil problems with our oil refinery, and they're killing our pelicans.
Beijing has high population or high pollution levels.
A third of the rivers tested don't meet state-based water quality standards.
There's forests in the foothills. The Andes have been suffering from severe damage from timber cutting. We've got to think of a solution for that.
Europe is a disgrace.
It seems like we're doing everything wrong. I mean, not like we are, but the country is right now.
But see, I don't even know how groundwater gets exploited. See what I'm saying?
They're cutting down the forests, they're polluting the rivers, and they're polluting the air. As I look around, they have about 6 or 7 warnings from the biosphere and from flora and fauna, and they only have a few good cards, so...
We just gotta clean up the atmosphere in Sydney and...
What's wrong with the atmosphere?
Too many suspended particles in the air, they said.
People, we've got to raise our voice against that. Middle East is a disgrace.
A lot of acid rain, deforestation, and also the use of coals and fossil fuels is polluting the Mediterranean Sea.
Latin America is also a disgrace.
We are putting in a huge program with the government and school ministry to change our consumption levels. So we'd like to meet with you to discuss some ways that you can assist us and some policy that you can help us to implement within our country. All right. Okay?
They're making slow but steady progress over here, but I think they have some pretty vision-minded leaders over here.
Each one of these 10,000 children represents 410 people in jail, 50 homeless children, 6,800 acres of damaged forest.
For a couple of hours, you got to be world leaders, and you made tremendous progress in terms of removing these chips from the face of the earth. But this is, in fact, what is out there. When we put our shoes back on, this is the world that is real. So in a sense, he's putting responsibility on all of us to have some kind of goal to work toward, preferably a positive one.
He said that every major ecosystem in the world is in decline. And that's because of a couple of things. It's because of the small decisions that we make and the big decisions that big companies make.
Now, if we talk about settling the world problems, we're barking up the wrong tree. It is our job to straighten out our own lives.
Often significant change has to begin with us. The way we live, our lifestyles. This is where the fundamental change needs to occur.
That's the way that the whole summit is organized to give people, like, so they can go and learn about issues and become educated about that. Then they can also gain the skills that they need to go out, and then the final step is to go out and take action.
As the youth continued their summit in Loveland, trade ministers from North and South America were having their own summit 60 miles away in Denver. This gave the youth a unique chance to make their voices heard.
You know how most bills go through due process? NAFTA didn't. It was voted on right away, and not only that, it was either yes or no. No changes could be made.
We're researching free trade and NAFTA and the whole free trade versus environment issue. You know, we want to go out and rally and know what we're talking about and make sure everybody else knows what we're talking about.
This is the North American Free Trade Agreement, and what it does is it's going to abolish the tariffs between the United States and Mexico and Canada.
What we've been doing today is researching what sort of environmental impact free trade has. Tomorrow morning, all of you are invited to go to a rally in downtown Denver. And our strategy is to educate you about the issues right here this afternoon so that you can ask questions to us and then decide for yourselves if you'd like to go down and be a part of this.
Why is it important to know about the issue before you go and rally about it?
Make sure that, you know, we make a point and that it has something behind it, knowledge, research, information, that we're not just running around, you know, spouting off the mouth about whatever cause we hear about, you know, because we're so-called environmentalists. You know, we know what we're talking about, we know what we're doing, we know what we want, and our goals are clear and set.
We want to show the trade ministers that you can have free trade and a good environment at the same time. So we have developed some action points for sustainable free trade.
And so our main message to these ministers from these countries is that the only way that we can have truly free and sustainable trade is to make the environment one of our main focuses when we're negotiating these agreements.
Clap, clap, save the earth, clap, clap. Over.
Free trade, but how? Right way, right now. Save the earth.
We're not just kids, we're environmentalists, and we're trying to make not only the point to other people that we're competent, but
to show that there is backbone to the environmental movement.
Free trade, yes! Free environment, no! 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 Free trade, yes!
I thought the rally was really cool today, and it just showed like how united we are and how hard we're willing to work to make sure that things get done.
Conservation, T, preservation, R, restoration, N-A-N-D-A-D, C-P-R, C, conservation, P, preservation, R, restoration.
Anyhow, congratulations. This is the finest demonstration I have ever seen or hope to see, even if I live to be 83, which I'll be tomorrow.
This is a new breed of activists that we have. It's not a confrontation kind of thing, it's a uniting kind of thing. A cab driver, environmentalist for 40 years, and a policeman. All three had the same message to me at the end of the rally. They all said it was the most positive thing they have ever seen. And I think that proves that all of you are looking to unite and looking to create interdependence among peoples, cultures, and religions.
Was it successful? Complete success, I'd say.
Throughout this summit, we've been working on a declaration of interdependence. We've been dividing into different groups organized around salient environmental and social issues.
I'm not sure how up to date you are on American history, but do you remember the Declaration of Independence? This is why our reasons and what we're doing, why we want the Earth the way it is.
Throughout the summit week, students met in various team-building groups to discuss their ideas for a safer, more sustainable world.
That the governments of the world shall eliminate the use of harmful pesticides, additives, and growth-inducing hormones, and provide research and development for organic pest control if needed.
State Department should support environmental programs and projects.
Stop using methods that pollute the environment.
We would research solar and wind energy.
Redefine the wetlands and more wetland protection.
The logging of national forests should be stopped. When there is logging, it should be sustainable.
We believe it is also essential to develop alternative energy sources.
There should be nationwide recycling for public schools, and the government should also recycle.
We'd also like to see more reusable products so that less energy and resources would have to go into making the same thing again and again, have elimination of the throwaway society.
There's too many people for too little resources, so in that way the issue and problem of overconsumption has to be addressed.
Environmental education has to be given on business and economic schools.
To get the cultural exchange so that we can learn about other countries and learn about the people so that we know who the people are.
We would educate all children of all countries about air pollution and its effects.
A lot of education.
We also thought education was a big key.
And together we're authoring a declaration that is showing solidarity among different representatives from around the world, and that we are recognizing the need for us to think on a global level, for us to interact with each other in a peaceful way in order to forge creative solutions for the most important challenges that we face as a global society.
All right, hey! Very good, give yourself a hand, excellent job, that was great.
Yeah, for the 95. Right. We all together once again. The summer feeling heat, chilling at the youth summit with different people to be feeling good and relaxed with an open type mind and doing good about the youth at the same time. And mean friends with a smile on the grin and speak different languages you hear now and then. So now it's time for me to introduce myself. My name is TC. This rock the beats right to left. I'm rocking this rhyme for the dope for the Z, the and youth, the environmental something type reason. So listen.
Besides all the inspiring speakers, I like to dance at lunch.
Come and join the fun at the
youth environment. Right, come and join the fun. Drop the beat, youth environment. Like that. Drops quickly in the flat, which they don't stop. Cause I make it like TC and rock the whole damn block. And I become in the back smack. Rock, cause it's still in the fake lyrics. I kick in the flat with the back and speaking of a do. The T into the C drops the crew. And the flavor for you and in the unit and get attitude. Pumps the bakes, the clicks, the clicks, the back, living the ballistic, and I'm dropping them my justice. Come and join the fun. G, youth environment. Right, come and join the fun. G, youth environment. Right, drop. Come and join the fun. Youth environment. Drop the beat, y'all. Come and join the fun at the Youth Environment Summit.
I've been to many environmental educational conferences all over the country, and this is one of the best, absolutely one of the best. There is so much energy generated here by all the students, you can feel it.
I think it's the most wonderful experience of my whole life.
It was all just really gestalt, a cool thing.
It's a fun way to help our planet, you know? Basically, it's 100% good experience. I don't know, I love it all. Just love it all.
It's just awesome.
I'm from Alaska. My name is Coyote.
And join the fun at the Youth Environment Summit.
You need to be here tomorrow, early at 7:45.
Your job is to help people fall in love with nature, to enjoy it so much. If we don't love the trees, the mountains, the wetlands, are we likely to save them? How would you teach somebody to love nature, to care about it? Go hiking! Exactly! Yeah, instead of sitting in a dark auditorium listening to some nut, you take them out hiking, right?
All of the speakers, and I thought the hike was great. The hike was great.
The hike was awesome. I loved it. I ate hail.
A little rain. Rocky Mountain National Park.
Yes, the snow.
Great Rocky Mountains.
Check the snow.
Did you see snow?
I
can go back to the Bahamas and say I've actually seen the snow.
I'll be jealous of you.
Somebody get in there. This is true. This is a true outdoors woman. Yeah, look at this.
What do you think of the snow?
Huh?
What do you think of the snow?
Way cool.
It's way cool.
Way cool.
Way cool.
It's freezing. It's freezing cold.
My first snowman.
Of course, not everybody had such a good time in these harsh conditions.
I'm wet and I'm tired and I'm cold and I just want to get in dry clothes, and I really don't think that's too much to ask. We don't care about the environment anymore, so I want to go home now.
So that says it all, folks. You got to take care of yourself before.
We keep thinking we can buy our children happiness, and actually we have to allow our children to create happiness. We see happiness here because these children created it.
Last night, I decided to try dancing. And I had the best experience because I've never danced before. And I've never danced with guys. And so thank you to all the guys that came up to me and started dancing with me.
What is this place called? Does everybody know what the name of this is? How long has it been called North America?
500 years.
500 years, about as long as my finger. About that long. The real name of this place is called Turtle Island. And you know how long it's been called Turtle Island? It has been called Turtle Island this long.
As the summit week progressed, one issue in particular began to take on a special significance for everyone involved.
The Arctic National Wildlife Refuge is the largest wildlife refuge in the United States. It's about the same size as the state of South Carolina. It is the major portion of the last complete ecosystem left in North America. 500 years ago, when we got here, this whole continent was a complete ecosystem. And now it's shrunk down to this relatively small, tiny place up in northeast Alaska and northwest Canada. We flew 75 miles to the east and landed on a tundra pond on the coastal plain and got out, and the minute I put my foot on the tundra, I realized that I was in a place as important as the Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, or Yosemite. We would see caribou, moose, muskox, wolverines, porcupine, lemming, bulls, foxes, wolves, grizzly bear, polar bear, and about 140 species of birds. It's the most incredible wilderness I've ever seen. It's pure wilderness. So naturally, granolas and scientists and everybody like that are very interested in this place. No. But there is another group that's interested. Because there are suspected deposits of gas and oil there. Let me tell you what's happening. This Congress, this fiscally responsible Congress, there is a title in the budget resolution. You've all heard him yelling about the budget, right? We're going to save money, we're going to cut the deficit, we're going to do all that. There's a title in this budget resolution that proposes to lease for oil and gas development the coastal plain of the Arctic Refuge, the last complete ecosystem in America, the biological heart of the last complete ecosystem, for $1.4 billion over 5 years. There will be 7 large production facilities, 60 to 100 drill pads at several acres per pad, 4 airfields, 2 ports, 2 desalination plants, 100 miles of pipelines, 300 miles of roads, facilities for 5,000 or 6,000 workers, without disturbing anything, of course. On the way out of the refuge, the pilot asked me if I'd be interested in stopping in a native village, so we stopped in this village, and it's a village of the Quechua people. They are a transboundary nation, and their villages surround the Arctic Refuge on both sides of the Alaska-Canada border. And these folks are really concerned about this issue because they depend for the major portion of their food supply from the porcupine caribou herd and the other wildlife resources that use the coastal plain as their nursery. This issue is so important to them, and they're so concerned about it, that they have sent their son.
I was chosen by my people to come down here and talk about a very important issue concerning the porcupine caribou herd. And Before I came down, I went up to a 9-year-old and I asked him, why is it important that the oil companies do not drill in the calving ground? And that 9-year-old said, well, if we lose the caribou dies off, we would die off.
My Gutchin name is Guatlaheshi. In our culture, we have Indian names. I was raised on the land, a very special place amongst hundreds of lakes. We're called Bantat Gutchin. We're caribou people of the lakes. That's what we're called.
I was raised in our traditional lifestyle on the land since I was a little baby, and the caribou and the land always provided for us. When one cannot subsist on the land, many cultural values are lost. We are being deprived of our basic human right to live as we always have and be who we are.
Crow has sent the message to the children of the sun for the return of the buffalo and a better day to come. Said you can kill my body.
500 years ago, Cortez and Pizarro swept across Central and South America and wiped out the Aztecs and the Incas. That's because we needed the gold. And then 150 years ago, we swept across the Great Plains, right here, slaughtered the buffalo, displaced the native people. That's because we needed the land. And now here we are, 150 years later, and we're getting ready to do it again. This time because we need the oil.
Shall live again. We shall live again.
And so the lessons we should learn continue.
How many of you think that we should protect it forever as wilderness?
Blackbird in the sky, that's the sound that you'll hear. Buffalo cry.
The first thing that we're going to do is write letters to our senators and to our congressmen. Letters from 300 people, young people from all over the world, are very, very powerful.
If you look at all the really big changes in the United States, women's rights, civil rights, ending the war in Vietnam, it all happened at the grassroots level. I mean, none of that stuff was given to us by Washington. It happened because people were able to empower themselves. And if we can get young people that message, and get them writing letters, we can change a lot of things.
Yeah. Certainly write the president, because he's promised to protect it. Make sure he keeps that promise.
Every time that an official gets a letter, they assume that there is anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 people who share that person writing the letter's opinion.
When I was in Kansas last year, I asked them if they could write 500 letters, get 500 letters written to Senator Casabon, who's a Republican, and it was impossible. They told me that she will never vote with us. Well, they must have got thousands of letters, because 2 weeks ago she voted with us.
Just recently, as you have heard, there was another vote in the Senate to open the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge for development, and the senators' vote went 56 to 44. And to the 44 people who voted for us, we are so grateful. And to the 56, we want you to come on board.
Senator Campbell of Colorado, when he was running for Senate, he sent out a letter to all the environmentalists in Colorado, and he listed this litany of everything he was going to do for the environment. If he were just elected to Senate, he said that he would strengthen the Endangered Species Act, he would strengthen the Clean Water Act, and that he would work to protect the coastal plain of the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. 3 weeks ago, he voted against us.
When the youth learned of Senator Campbell's actions, their drive to protect the refuge intensified.
The board for tomorrow, can we rely on your being here or? Okay. Okay, so as of now, if no one dies, we're on the board.
Tomorrow at 12 o'clock, right here in Thompson Valley, we will have ABC, CBS, NBC, KWC, and TV2, the Loveland Daily Reporter Herald, the Denver Post, the Earth Weekly, and the Rocky Mountain News here to do a press conference.
We're going to save the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. Senator Campbell made campaign promises to get elected about saving it, and he actually voted against it this time, and so we're going to pressure him to live up to those campaign promises.
Yeah, we got a lot of media attention. Rocky Mountain News, yeah, they're going to be here.
Is the Denver Post going to be here?
And the organizers are all going to surround you, rather than getting everybody up. Surround you, everybody is going to join.
Does it matter what side we're on?
Why doesn't one of you go to that side and two of you go to that? It doesn't matter, really. I'm going to be introducing everybody and saying thank you for coming and all the good stuff.
Are you nervous? She's worried.
A little. I'm going to be the first person seen by everybody, so it's a little nervous.
Thank you for coming to learn all about the summit today. And now I'd like to introduce you to the 1995 Global Youth Environmental Summit organizers from Skokie, Illinois and Loveland, Colorado. Thank you very much. Right now, I would like to present to you the 1995 Global Youth Environmental Summit resolution to prohibit development in the calving and post-calving grounds of the porcupine caribou herd. All in favor of this resolution, say yes at this time. Yes!
I say to the people of America to stop this oil development in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge for your future as well as ours. I cannot believe that the people of America would give away to the oil companies the biological diverse heart of a last complete ecosystem in North America and sacrifice yet another culture of the indigenous people. Shilakanai Masito, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you to the world youth. Masi.
Now is the time for Senator Campbell to get up, stand strong with his convictions, and fulfill his promise to protect the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. We ask Senator Campbell to keep your promise!
Justice don't come quick.
The youth's message was carried far beyond the walls of Thompson Valley High School and was heard by Senator Campbell, who responded with a press release of his own, criticizing the youth for being ignorant of the truth.
Senator Ben Campbell, he said that we were all just getting all riled up about an issue that we really didn't understand, that we didn't have our facts straight. So I wrote him a letter.
You got his attention, baby. And if you're going to get somebody's attention like that, by God, you got to know the issue.
None of us can afford to be labeled as too young, too weak, too ignorant, too inexperienced. We are innocent. Our principles and perspectives are not compromised nor clouded by political and business agendas.
It's from the heart, you don't have any ulterior motives except, we want this for us.
Yeah,
A thing for our kids,
For our world.
not just a money thing.
Exactly.
8 weeks after the summit, 2 of the youth organizers traveled to Denver and met with Senator Campbell personally to discuss the refuge issue. 2 days later, in a Senate vote, Campbell voted in favor of protecting the refuge, citing overwhelming constituent response. When the vote came up again 2 months later, Campbell changed his mind again, this time saying that oil development is in the best interest of the majority of American people. Overall, the refuge lost by a margin of 51 to 48.
It is always darkest, right before the dawn.
You can't give up. You think about people in the past, the most successful people, they've had huge failures. You just got to keep strong inside. You have to remember what you're fighting for.
Just like the sun gonna rise, oh, a new time will come.
We have to leave this place and go back to the world. And are we going to step into our old shoes, or are we going to step forward?
This isn't something like we learn about it so we don't do it. This is something so that if we learn about it, we have to do something and get off our asses and just clean up this earth.
I've got kind of inspiration and motivation to go back home and take care of business. You get some programs going, get people involved in it, get people caring about it.
I've gained a lot of confidence, like the summit and all. So I guess I'm going to use that to try and change my part of the world, which is Swaziland.
I come from a place that isn't very environmentally aware, and I'm going to try and educate some people.
My head is being really opened by all this teaching, and I hope to learn more so I can go out and actually do something and not just say, I will do this, but go out and arrange a whole new environmental awareness in my neighborhood and in my school.
I'd really like to leave you with one of my favorite quotes. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. We are that thoughtful, committed group of citizens, and we can make a difference. Thank you so much, and let's all keep our promises.
I think we youth, we are full of power, we are full of hope, and we are full of willingness to change our world. And
We are children of the world, have come to share our love, and bring to you a word.
You people are my hope and strength. I want you to know that.
I'm the one who gave you the video.
Have come to share our love.
starting to form a community of young people.
Yeah, around the world. It's really good.
This is it. Mother Earth. And we certainly haven't been very good to our mother. And I know after being around you for the last couple days and watching you, I know the world's in good hands.
Have come to share our love and bring to you said we are determined to be heard. We'll write a declaration we have much to do. We plan to save this old land for me and you. Fighting together, and we're gonna beat these environmental blues.
So I Roma from Mauritius, and Trio from LA, allowing us Montana, and showing us the way. It's gonna be a hard fight, but we got a big old plan.
Sing about it, come on! Come, Joe! Come on, Joe, sing about it, baby!
And we'll tell the world that yes, that by God, we give a damn.
Peace.